Welcome to let's look at what's in the box of Architects of the West Kingdom. Here we have Architects of the West Kingdom. Let's have a look at the front. Very nice art design, a bit of a comic feel to it, but very well presented. Let's have a look at the sides of the box. Architects of the West Kingdom there. A nice person there dressed in blue. Different side, lady dressed in red with a headscarf, some sort of thug looking guy on this side, and finally on this side a young person carrying some wood over their shoulder. Let's look at the back of the box now. Architects of the West Kingdom. It's set at the end of the Carolingian Empire, circa 850 AD. We have some components listed there in the box. You can read them off there. We'll go through that, through the box actually, and we'll find all of those obviously. So it is recommended 1 to 5 players, ages 12 and above, and they reckon it takes about 60 to 80 minutes to play. So that's Architects of the West Kingdom, just looking at the outside of the box. Let's open it up. We'll let gravity do the work. I'll lift that up gently as the bottom slides out off of screen. That is underneath the box, and there we go. And we reveal what's in the box. Very top, we have the player board. We'll open that up. Yeah, we'll open that up now, I reckon. Have a look. There's what's next, the rule book, but let's have a look at this player board that we've got here. So obviously one-sided, as we can see the black of the back there now. Need to do some fancy work there. I'm going to put the box to one side. I'm going to open this up. I'll show you that side first of all. So if I do this carefully, opening it up, we get to see, not quite fully on screen, that's okay, I'll bring it up closer so you can see each quadrant. We've got the guild hall, the cathedral working along the top half of the board. We see all the worker places. It's a worker placement game, is what they call this type of game. Let's look at the bottom half of the board. Place for cards there. We've got a town centre, more cards, more places for workers, and a track along the side there. So that is the overall look of the board. Very nicely presented indeed. I'm going to take that away, close that up, and let's have a look back in the box what we've got here. We have the rule book. Has a nice feel to it. It's glossy. You can see that staple, 2 staples down the side there. It is 15, 16, 19, 20 pages long, including the back page. Just quickly go through the rule book so you can see it. That's what this video is about. It's got an introduction, aim of the game, the components all nicely set out, as one would expect of games these days. The setup, nice diagram there showing the setup. For first-time players and playing the game, placing workers. The board location, so that is explaining all of the locations on the board that we just saw. That's continued. The town centre we see on that page. We see the tax stand, the black market, the guardhouse, the guild hall. We see how to construct buildings and the cathedral. I believe the cathedral is one of the main aims of building in this game. Advancing work on the cathedral there. The virtue track, that was the track we saw down the left-hand side of the board just then. You can see it just here. The black market reset. So people go to the black market and there's a mechanism to reset that. The end of the game and end of game scoring. Obviously very important if you are competitive. And quick reminders, mainly about tax and the black market reset there. And a quick standard setup guide there and resources there per resources and cards per worker. So that's the rule book, very nicely presented there. I'll put that off to one side. We have here another small booklet, or same size booklet. This has got apprentice abilities, building effects, solo play, and a variable setup. You can see there, this is a 2018 game by Garp Hill Games. So you can have all the apprentice abilities listed there. So you can look through those as you're playing in the game, get an idea of what is out there, what is yet to come. All the different buildings and the victory points. The solo play, if you want to play by yourself, or you might just be a sad little fellow like myself, lady or gent, and not have any friends to play with at that time. It might be because you're during a pandemic like we are at the moment. We have a variable setup at the back there. So that's another little booklet that we have. We have some nice player cards. I'm going to open that up. It has a little bit of sticky there to allow us to open that up. And this hasn't been played before, I believe, so we are getting a first looks at this, and this was a Kickstarter, I think, as well. That is a double-sided board for Therese, and it looks the same on both. Just having a quick look. No, we have lists down there, and we go to the other side. We don't get that list. We also don't get, there was a gold equals one of those blue things there. Down the bottom, everything else looks very much the same. And that looks like it's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people or 5 workers. I'm not too sure which. So there's Therese. I put that one down there. There is Caroline, that side with all the information across there and down there in the middle. That's the other side. We have Ada, side 1 and side 2. We have Frederick, side 1 and side 2. Nice pictures. I really do like the pictures and the artwork in this game. Rudolph, and these cards feel really nice in the hand as well. Side 2. And we've got, oh, this is interesting. We've got Helena on one side here, and on the other side we've got Constantine in the middle there, but nothing down that side. And again, same thing there, but nothing down the side. So interesting. We have some promos that came with this Kickstarter exclusive. Let's have a look at these. Just going to put these off. I shall put them up there on the plastic, so when we put them back in the box we'll know where they came from. Here are the promo cards, and does this open nicely? It does. That's good. Get in there, open that up. Let's have a look at these cards. So these are Raiders of the North Sea promo. Interesting. So promo for another one of their games. Now that looks like this is for Kingdoms. Promo cards, promo cards. Okay, so extra promo cards you get for Raiders of the North Sea. I do have that game, and I'd recommend getting that if you're into worker placement games. So there's a Squire, an outsider. There's a Swindler, who's also an outsider. And there's a Trickster, also an outsider. I'll put those bonus cards over there, just out of sight. Now let's look at the extra buildings that come with this game. We have a crane. It's a green card. We have a graveyard. It's a building, so it's also a green card. We have a museum. You can see there, another green card. Now we have some apprentices, I believe these are called. We have an apprentice who's an enforcer there. Blue back card for apprentices. Overseer. Blue back card. And a peddler. Another blue backed card we can see there. So those are some of the bonus cards we got in this. That's awesome to see. I like that. And more player game boards. Let's open this up, see who else we have to play with. If you get a retail version of this game, you may not get everything that you see here. This is the Kickstarter version. We have Bertha, and I suspect all of that information that I'm pointing at now will be missing on the reverse side, and it is, just to have a clean look of the game board. Put that one on top. Put Bertha over there. We now see Farah. Side 1, side 2. A lot of symbols down the bottom here. Playing the game, I'm sure we'll get to know what they are, and that will be very easy. We have Clovis, looking a bit, I don't know what you'd call that. We have Hugo, like Clovis, a bit unshaven. And we have Lothair, quite regal in the blue, upright position and manner. Even got a blurry effect going on there in the artwork. That's nice. Lothair. So those were the Architects 2018 promos. We have a whole lot of, these are wooden coins here. Just the one type you can see in the bag. Nice big bag for that as well, that's good. We have player meeples. We have 4 different player colours. Purple, red, blue and yellow. We have some resources here, blue resources. We have some red resources, possibly clay. Some orange resources. And we have some brown resources that are possibly wood. It's a bit hard to say. It looks like wood to me. So those are our resources, all quite happily packed away in ample sealed bags. Makes life easy. For this Kickstarter, we did get heavy metal coins, and these do have a bit of weight to them, so that's good to see. Bit of a smaller bag, they are jammed in there, that's okay. We'll put them with the other cardboard coins. Here are some playing cards with this game. These are all blue, so they will be apprentices. Let's have a look at them, go through them. We have the jeweler, the merchant, the stonecutter, the labourer, the swindler, the acolyte, debt collector, pickpocket, another debt collector, squire, debt collector again, squire, conspirator, merchant, 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 squire, stonecutter, miner, miner, swindler, gatekeeper, patron, times 2, another merchant, an illusionist, a swindler, jeweler, thief, acolyte, trader, 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 trickster, woodcutter, times 2, conspirator, patron, patron, and acolyte. So those are all of the apprentices that you get in the game. Put that one down there. More resources. We have some, oh no, more player colours. So another player colour, green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have up to 5 players, I think it said. We get some sort of rocks, I think these look like here at the moment. Unless they're very small grey houses. I don't think so. We'll put them in the resource department down the bottom right. So look at these cards. These are multiplier cards by the looks of it. So whenever we have run out of resources, we can use these multiplier cards to indicate how many of the resources we have, whether it's times 5 or we use the other side times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Hopefully happy days and enough of those for all the resources. Let's have a look at these cards. They've got some scroll on the back. So a scroll of some sort. The scrolls. Let's have a look at these sides. I'll just go through them. No names. They show something that you can do. Take one of these cards, do something special with them. Going through, having a look at all of them, what's in the box. Put them on top. We have more cards. These all have, oh, is that the back? No, they're double-sided. Okay, so let's have a look at each side. Side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2, 1, 2, flip that one over, flip that one over, flip that one over, and the last one we get to see, flipping that one over also. So interesting cards. We'll find out what they are when we play the game later. Oh, very mandatory thing, the silica gel. Don't throw it away. Blah, there it goes. New lot of cards, next lot of cards. These are debts. So debt cards, they all have the same side. I think that's when you've paid off your debt. Yes, they all have the same size. So let's look at the debt cards. I wonder if they're all the same on this side. It looks like they are. All got two yellow things down the bottom there with strikes through them. I think that's victory points you lose. And if you pay it off, then that's the side you have face up. We have West Kingdom metal coins. Obviously that got ripped off before, or I'm not too sure why that's there. We have black market cards. Black market cards have that as their back. Nice artwork. We saw that on one of the player boards over there. Let's have a look at the black market cards. We'll just go through them. They've all got black market written on them. They are different, so that's good. Some variability and variation. So black market, guardhouse. There we go. Guardhouse, guardhouse, Guildhall, Guildhall, King's Storehouse. We saw some of the apprentices had these words down the bottom. I didn't read them out, but I assume they go with some of these black market cards nicely. Tax stand, town centre, a few town centre cards. Workshop. We have black market there, so we've got some brown at the top and some black to distinguish a couple of different types of cards by the looks of it. Do they do the same thing? They look similar on that side, but one's brown, one's black. Guildhall with nothing on it. And King's Storehouse, Town Centre and Workshop. There we go. That's those cards. Getting down to the last bit of the box, we have Solo Play Setup, a reference card. Solo Play Rules, quick reference card. 2-player versus a bot setup. And the rules, put them down there. These are all green cards, which makes them buildings you can build. Let's have a look. Aqueduct, Armory, Barracks, Betting House, Carpenter's Hut, Castle, Chapel, Church, Clay Market, Clay Pit, Drafting Room, Dungeon, Factory, Fortress, Fountain, Gambler's Den. Nice artwork. These cards feel really nice and they have that linen finish. I don't know if you can see that there. Hideout, Keep, Library, Lighthouse, Lumber Camp, Mason's Hut, Moneylender, Monument, Observatory, Palace, Reservoir, Silver Market, Smithy, Steeple, Stone Market, Tavern, Thieves' Den, Tyler's Hut, Trading Post, Treasury, University, Watchtower, Well, and Wood Market. Nice set and collection of cards there. Just in case they've chucked something in under here. I'll see if I can get this out neatly. I can't, so I'm going to shake it. Nothing seems to be going on in the bottom there. I have to redo a video if I find something at a later stage. Pulling it gently. No, nothing underneath there. Now, I've got to get this back in the box. Sometimes you find little thing they put at the bottom. So that is the underside of the box there. Nothing in there. That is Architects of the West Kingdom. That is what you can expect to get in your Kickstarter version of this game. Thank you very much for watching. Please buy the game even if it's at retail. Compare what you got with what you saw here, and you might be able to get these little extra bits and pieces somewhere on the internet at some stage. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And as always, enjoy your gaming. Thanks for watching.